Hey everybody, welcome to our Saturday night show. Now, we started doing these every other week instead of every week. It's because we have people available here every single week. So we decided that we would do a bi-monthly or every other week. And so that's, if you were wondering why we're where we were last week, uh, you'll probably wonder where we are next week. It's because we're doing bi-weekly now. Anyway, so tonight we're going to talk about that mysterious orb that, unless it's a new moon, you'll see tonight in the sky. And it's a very interesting, fascinating object that has caused many people to speculate and have questions about. Except this one has a very unique feature that we're going to talk about. They call it the dark side, but as we're going to find out, it's not really dark over there. But I guess you call the media blackout or the dearth of information about what's on over there. Is kind of like why it's called dark. But anyway, so to help me do this tonight, I guess I need to bring on some people. We'll start with this gentleman.
If it's no Scottish, it's crap!
Hello! How's everyone doing? Hello, chat.
Doing great, doing great, doing great.
Good.
I guess, yep. I guess we got to bring this guy on. He's here.
Well,
Might as well, right?
I suppose so.
All right. He's not going to contribute anything. He'll probably eat the whole time, but might as well, right?
Probably.
You know.
Yeah, probably.
It is what it is. All right. Without further ado, here.
Sir, nobody worries about upsetting a droid.
That's because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. Wookiees are known to do that.
Good evening, friends.
Hello.
Welcome tonight to tonight's event. We're going to have a wonderful evening.
There we go. StreamYard's
He's been
finally
replaced by AI. AI Wookie.
Oh, yes. Captain Finity is in the chat, and
All right,
he
Captain.
says that our Wookiee has gone and conflated the dark side of the moon with the far side of the moon. Only with the Far Side cartoons. Oh, yeah. Captain, welcome to the chat.
Welcome. Yes, we are aware that it's not actually dark over there, as I said in my intro. I guess you must have typed that before my intro. So we are aware that it's not dark over there. We are basically talking about this naming kind of like pop culture, and when people talk about side, they just call it the dark side. And the reason why, let's get this out of the way, is this.
Won't you take me with you?
Why, of course I will.
If you've never heard about Dark Side of the Rainbow, then strap in, because you won't be in Kansas for much longer. Today, Screen Rant is getting trippy with the truth behind the Dark Side of the Moon and Wizard of Oz mashup. It's safe to say that 1939's The Wizard of Oz is one of the most cherished and watched films of all time, and that applies to every generation of kids and adults since the film was released. On the flip side, Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon is equally beloved in the eyes of music lovers. It's one of the highest selling albums of all time, with an estimated 50 million copies sold. So when and why did these pop cultural milestones join forces to create a supposed movie musical mashup of epic conspiracy theory proportions? Let's investigate. In what is referred to as Dark Side of the Rainbow, a theory born in the 90s and put to the test in countless smoke-filled dorm rooms, claims that Pink Floyd planned and synchronized their classic Dark Side of the Moon album to The Wizard of Oz. Some say the first roar of the MGM lion is the needle dropping point, others say the third roar. But regardless, when the lion roars, you're supposed to hit play on Dark dark side of the moon and let the two pieces of popular art unfold like a music video, lyrics matching action, and vice versa. The theory is really firing on all cylinders during the tornado scene when Floyd's Great Gig in the Sky is playing. But is all of this a grand master plan by Pink Floyd or just a massive coincidence? In the early days of 90s internet message boards, high school student and future Pulitzer Prize winning journalist Charlie Savage came across the dark side of the rainbow theory from a post. The poster didn't even claim to be the originator of the theory. It was something they had heard secondhand, but Savage tested the theory out and it seemed to work. Later, when Savage scored a job writing for the Fort Wayne Indiana Journal-Gazette newspaper, he wrote an article about the Floyd-Oz mashup, later reprinted on an early web page of his, and that page lived on for years. This is how Savage thinks the theory really gained traction. But what is the truth behind the theory? For years, members of Floyd have said that any premeditation was nonsense. Just recently, David Gilmour had a little more fun with it on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Well, of course it was. Gilmour joked when asked if the mashup was on purpose, then chimed in with, "There was no planning that out. I only heard about it years later. It's kind of amazing, and there are these strange coincidences straight from the rock god's mouth."
The Pink Floyd album Dark Side of the Moon was written to synchronize with the movie Wizard of Oz.
Well, of course it was.
Have you watched Dark Side of the Rainbow? What do you think? Thanks for watching Screen Rant.
Well, there you go.
I do like that album, and I do like that movie.
So I had to get that out of the way because I know it's come up. Have you guys ever tried Dark Side of the Moon with Wizard of Oz? You ever tried that?
I have not tried it. I knew someone back in the day who did try it with an actual LP, and they said it was freaking nuts. Because you turn the volume off on your TV or your video player, and then just sit there and friggin' vegetate.
Vegetate.
Yeah,
Right.
that was their words. But I have not personally tried it.
Is that with or without any substances to,
No, it was straight.
you know?
No,
Oh, right, okay. Just
Not
sounds
even
like
a
the kind
beer.
of thing you would do and have a wee smoke or something.
no. Although I have heard about that.
Well,
But I think just watching the movie with the sound off and listening to the LP at the same time is enough to get you high. So,
well, it does match up pretty eerily.
it does.
Gilmore, of course, has always denied it, and Roger Waters, who is a contrarian, says that maybe the soundtrack from Wizard of Oz it was running because he did enjoy the soundtrack for Wizard of Oz when he was a child, and so he said that's a possibility. Roger is pretty much going to say anything that gets Roger some press.
Yeah.
Up is because the Dark Side of the Moon didn't enter the lexicon. We didn't call it the Dark Side of the Moon until, well, not massively into this album. So it really doesn't. There's really not a lot of people calling it the Dark Side of the Moon before then. They always call it the Far Side of the Moon. Now,
Right.
there's a reason.
Right.
Let me play this right quick. They'll explain it better than I can.
In 1959, the Soviet
Explain?
spacecraft Luna 3 beamed back images of something Earthlings had never before seen, the far side of the moon. We always see the same old side of the moon because the moon rotates exactly once on its axis each time it orbits Earth. If it weren't spinning at all, we'd get at least one 360-degree view of its surface with each lap. If it were spinning twice as fast, we'd also see the moon's entire surface more than once per orbit. But instead, our moon's motions, like the spin and orbit of most other moons in our solar system, are remarkably in perfect sync. This wasn't always the case. Our best guess is that our own moon formed due to a massive asteroid impact, and its initial spin and dizzying 10-hour orbit were almost certainly not in sync with each other, though we don't know which was faster. At such close range, Earth's gravity deformed the moon into a slight oval, with one of its bulges facing Earth. Those bulges quickly swung out of alignment thanks to the moon's asynchronous spin and orbit, but Earth's gravity continually squeezed them back again. What's more, this gravitational tugging would have influenced the moon's rotation rate. If it was spinning more than once per orbit, Earth would pull at a slight angle against the moon's direction of rotation, slowing its spin. If the moon was spinning less than once per orbit, Earth would have pulled the other way, speeding its rotation. Whatever the case, it took just 1,000 years for the Earth's pull to adjust the moon's spin enough that one rotation of the moon corresponded to one trip around the Earth, leaving one side forever locked facing away. We do end up seeing some of that far side because the moon's elliptical orbit gives us peaks beyond its average eastern and western horizons, and its tilted axis causes moon seasons, revealing more of the lunar north or south poles. But those glimpses only add up to an extra 9%, leaving 41% of the moon hidden from Earth. Satellites, starting with Luna 3, have allowed us to map the rest, but it's safe to say that our relationship with the moon is still pretty one-sided.
A one-sided relationship. That's funny.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, did you guys know? Did you guys know that about it? About the moon?
There was a. I don't remember what video it was. If it was one of the ones that you posted or one of the ones I just watched on my own. But there's a theory going that back in the day there was actually two moons, and eventually they kind of just drifted together and drifted together. And over time they merged into one large moon, and that the back end of it is actually the crust at the back end is thicker than the front that we see, and that's a theory. And there's a lot more craters on the back side of it as well.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. So
Well-
evidently we have a flat earther here.
I subscribe to more of the, not 100%, but more of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy type of scenario with the fifth element.
Oh, I have a film.
Moon
Yeah.
came
Okay.
about. I don't necessarily believe, and there's really no Earth evidence of two bodies colliding and then spinning off and forming the Earth and the Moon.
No, that's not what I. Oh, that's not what I was saying. But it was just that the two moons collided together.
Right.
And over
right.
time,
They
they just
spun out
formed.
and they formed independently. I don't necessarily believe that. I don't necessarily believe in that 100% either.
Well, I don't
Only
know.
because there's too much. There's too much exact mathematics with the distance of the moon from the sun, the size of the moon, the size of the sun, and the size of the Earth to have the moon create a perfect eclipse, and to be able to blot out the sun perfectly when it does.
Yeah.
So there's something more there than, say, what we've been told in science, in my opinion.
Right.
I have an apology to give out right quick. Evidently, I strawmanned our friend over here. So let me get that in right quick. He is not a flat earther. I know it's not a globe the size of Popular Science claims. Please don't straw man me. Okay, my apologies. All sixes in the numbers. All right. Okay, so not a flat earther, I guess more of a I'm WEF Patsy. Okay, I know who that is. All right. Sorry, man.
Ah, yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, right, okay.
I guess he's more of an elliptical earther. That's something else entirely. So, okay.
That's what he's saying.
I apologize for accusing you of being a flat earther. All right. So, a few things about the sun. The moon. That's really interesting, I think. The moon happens to be so in the solar system, out of all the planets, the moon has the highest size ratio to the planet it's orbiting.
Okay.
Did you guys know that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So what that means is that when you look at comparative sizes, all the other planets, the moons orbiting them, are significantly smaller than the planets they're orbiting. Okay, get it out of your system, Wookie. What are you? What are you snickering about?
Well, I was just thinking about how I could save 15% on car insurance by switching to Geico.
Oh,
Gotcha. Just joking around. All right, thank you, man. Well, that's very helpful. Thank you for that helpful hint.
Hopefully they'll send me a check.
Our show. Well, they'd be sending me a
Yeah, there
check,
you go.
but
Send you a check.
anyway.
if they send you a check,
But all right.
If they send you a check, you'll be
All right.
over the moon.
Yeah, there we go. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Go over the moon. Along with the cow and the
There you go.
spoon.
There you go. Okay. There you go. So, we're also the only planet in the whole entire solar system that has inhabitability, which is also not a coincidence. In that the moon controls the moon rotating around the Earth creates so many of the effects that allows the ecosystem to operate. Things like the tides, things like the magnetic north, the gravity. A lot of those things have something to do with the way the Earth, the large moon rotates around the Earth. So, okay, let me get this out.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
NASA has why won't that show up? Sorry. Hold on.
Yeah.
So NASA has T minus countdown. NASA plus T is an anagram
For Satan?
I think I've heard that before. Yeah.
Well, we're not going to cover that conspiracy theory tonight. We're going to try to keep it to one conspiracy theory per show. But thank you for contributing. So,
Cam's in the chat. Welcome,
so
Cam.
because of the moon orbiting the Earth. There you go. Well, thank you, Cam. Appreciate it. Anyway. All right. So at least it's at least it's not time profit. Anyway. All right. So anyway. So because of that, yeah. Because of that, it's almost like the clockwork of one of the things that makes the Earth unique among all of the planets' innocent inhabitability part of that has to do with this large moon orbiting us that is the size ratio largest moon in the whole entire solar system. Okay. Now, where the questions come in is the fact that we cannot see about 41% of the moon during the course of a year. And the moon is spinning around the Earth. I think it's 10 months rotation out of the 12. So it will circumnavigate us a little bit faster than we circumnavigate the sun. Okay? And so, but a lot of these effects that happen is, just contributes to Earth being what it is. We can't have the Earth like it is without the moon. If the moon ever shifts, we're pretty much in trouble. Serious trouble. Okay, that was freaking funny. Thank you, man. The moon is an artificial satellite. Discuss. Listening. Have fun. All right, Cam. Appreciate it. All right.
I've heard that as well.
So, where the conspiracy theories come in is that 41%. There you go. So where this comes in is the fact we can see 41% of the Earth, of the moon's surface, and how come I can't see the full moon always? Because the rotation of the moon, or the journey the moon makes around the Earth, is elliptical. It's not perfect circle. And because the spoon, alright, because it's a spinning or is it a spinning medallion? It is not a spinning medallion. But thank you for contributing once again. Anyway. Alright. I swear the show's like juggling. This show's just like juggling. Alright, try to keep the balls in the air. Try to keep
Juggling
the balls
chainsaws?
in the air. Anyway. So out of all yeah, pretty much like chainsaws. Pretty much like chainsaws. Anyway, so there's been a few conspiracy theories that have showed up. Let me play this video right quick. Got to cover some of them. So here you go.
The dark side of the moon conspiracies. What if the dark side of the moon is hiding more than we could ever imagine? Some believe everything we've been told is cover-up, half-truths, and cosmic secrets. According to UFO hunters, there's an enormous alien base buried in de Moraes crater. They claim the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter and Google Moon show a structure over 9 miles long, with straight edges, tubes, and modules unlike any natural formation. Others believe the moon itself is hollow, that it was built as an extraterrestrial spaceship, or that ancient beings carved out huge interior chambers. Some say seismic moonquake data showing the moon ringing like a bell supports this bizarre claim. There are rumors that Apollo astronauts made contact, that on some missions hidden lights, buildings, even tunnels were seen. According to these stories, the astronauts were sealed under gag orders, threatened, told to stay silent. Some go so far to say that beneath the South Pole Aitken Basin lies not just metal, but a secret government facility, maybe even a portal or power source of alien origin. That more of the dark side is actively restricted from public imagery. And then there's the spaceship moon theory, that our moon was artificially created or modified by unknown intelligence. Not a natural rock after all, but a crafted object, a relic or machine built to watch over Earth or to control human evolution. You decide, are these just wild stories, or is someone hiding something huge on the dark side of the moon? Follow Shadow Weave AI for more conspiracies, anomalies, and the secrets NASA might be keeping.
Okay, does any of those theories seem feasible to you guys? You find any of them compelling?
I mean, you have in historical accounts from a lot of the indigenous tribes, like the Zulu has a story about the moonless times when there was no moon. As other African tribes have similar things. I've also heard, not confirmed, but heard that there were some similar type stories from some of the tribes of in the European area that had been passed down. But the Zulu one I think is the most compelling because it's been confirmed that's part of their story, that's part of their heritage. So don't know for sure. I mean, anything's possible. This moon, our moon, travels closer to this planet than any other moon relative to their planet. So who knows?
Well, there's also the conspiracy theory that the moon is actually just the projector that is putting out this matrix simulation that we're all in. So I mean, who knows?
Who knows? I mean, and then you also have a lot of speculation and fantasy with pop culture. Case in point, there was an episode of Doctor Who with Peter Capaldi as a doctor, and the moon was like some sleeping lizard or something, in outer space.
It was an egg.
Of course.
Or an egg, yeah.
Yeah, it was an egg.
Right,
It was weird, yeah. And then you have that movie that came out a few years back, which I saw, which was pretty exciting for fiction, but the situation with NASA on Apollo 12 when they dropped the booster system from the LEM and it rang like a bell because they put telemetry devices down there to record it. It's like solid masses don't ring like a bell. Something that hollow will.
Right.
Either way.
Who knows? Maybe there's a transformer at the other side of it or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
or maybe it's Moonbase Alpha. We don't know. Moonbase Alpha. There you go.
Moonbase Alpha. There we go.
There you go. Evidently, our friend over here, the WEF Patsy, who's listed as Mike, he thinks that it's a Nazi base, possibly, established by Operation Paperclip, which, if you don't know, the way we got to the moon was we pulled in a bunch of Nazi science over to NASA. And including some people who were, quite frankly, pretty shady. They had technology that they created in the D1 rocket, and NASA wanted it. And so they kind of like pulled these guys over and kind of looked the other way a little bit. Okay, this isn't talked about a lot, but the Nazis did a lot of human experimentation.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
And a lot of human experimentation was in the area of deprivation and environmental stressors, which happened to answer some questions that the NASA needed answered. And since they couldn't do the dirty work of torturing people to get that information, it was convenient that the Germans already had done so. So that was a part of it. One of NASA's little dirty secrets, a little bit. Okay, let me see if I can get caught up over here.
Well, yeah, Werner von
Um,
Braun was
There
a
was the Nobel
definitely
scientist
a
in the
Nazi
60s,
POS.
and it was made
There's
of
no question about
plasma.
it.
Hmm.
They brought him
I
over and
know.
a bunch of other people.
Imagine horrible people working for the Nazis. It's just shocking, isn't it?
I know, right? And then we snatch
Who'd
him
have
up.
thought?
We
Who'd have
snatched him up
thought?
before the Russians could get a hold of him. And some of them Russians got some scientists, and paperwork, but we got the actual masterminds. I mean, dragged them over here, gave them citizenship, and pretty much just gave him carte blanche.
Oh, he likes it. It's a projector, right? Yeah, I've heard David Icke talk about the projector one. Yeah, the theory.
Well, right. Okay, so about the Soviet space program, they had probably more Nazi scientists wind up in Russia than we had.
Really?
A lot of them came from the eastern part of Germany, the part that Russia controlled of Germany, and so they had access to because a lot of the rocket programs, a lot of the more technical stuff was on that out of Germany, and so they had control of that.
Okay. I didn't know that.
But anyway, because the Germans had like jet-propelled planes. They also had cockpits that were pressurized for a higher altitude.
Yep.
So they also had they also had rocket technology and other things like that, and so all of that was very useful for a space program. Okay.
I know. Imagine
so,
that.
They had a small plane, that small rocket powered
That was the reason
plane.
why we were on the moon in less than 20 years after the World War II ended. All that knowledge used that way.
I know it.
Anyway,
I know it's off subject, but that was one thing.
Not going to get into the weeds on whether. Go ahead.
I know that it's off subject, but that was one thing a pal of mine said ages ago. There was so much tech, so much advanced tech. There was so much advanced tech that the Germans had. If they'd got it out, we'd have been done. So yeah.
And their death throes. They invented some pretty impressive stuff. There was some stuff that could be, you could even say, could be like saucer technology.
I've heard that. Yeah.
That has come up. So and they were technically brilliant anyway, but you add in that desperation and the last ditch attempt, and Hitler murdering anybody that displeased him in the last couple of years there.
Yeah.
And you put that much pressure on people, and then they'll come up with some incredible leaps in technology. They weren't able to Schrodinger, the guy that they had, their Oppenheimer. He basically failed to deliver on a time bomb, but he was closer than. It's come out how close that they got, and it's very uncomfortable how close that they got. What did they put in the cockpits? Okay, right. Yeah, there you go. Now, so there is that Nazi base theory out there. So what are more feasible theories that you guys have heard that doesn't sound pie in the sky, that sounds like it might have some teeth?
Honestly,
I've heard several times that what is on the back side of the moon, or actually there's other places that are not necessarily on the far side of the moon, but they're kind of like in between, where there has been satellite footage or NASA photos from previous Apollo missions of the moon, or other satellite photos of mapping of the moon, where NASA has actively airbrushed out anomalies that resemble buildings or structures that are not normal to rocks and sand. And so they've airbrushed these out in these photos, and people have attested to this who used to work for NASA back in the day. So, yeah, there's something going on up there, whether it's hollow, whether it's solid, whether it's old, whether it's, was constructed and put there. We're never really going to know for sure. But obviously, NASA found out something with their photos that alarmed them, so they airbrushed out stuff. Now, there's other photos and satellite photos that still show anomalies, right angles, towers, something that looks like a building, so there's some weird, interesting stuff. But again, we're not going to know for sure. That's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think, Gruel?
Did he freeze? Did everybody freeze? Oh. Are you freezing?
Nope. No, I think Cruel froze. Anyway.
Yeah, you and Cruel both froze. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, well, so I think we're all having issues with StreamYards tonight. I think it's all trying to crash us out.
Yeah, I guess so.
Kind of kooky.
Yep. Anyway, so are there any theories with teeth that you've seen that are intriguing to you, Cruel?
Not so much. I mean, the idea that there might have been a second moon and it merged into one over thousands and thousands of years is pretty interesting. And at the back end, there's just so much more craters and obviously from impacts and stuff like that. But beyond beyond that, there wasn't really anything that was jumping out at us, I don't think. Just that it's kind of odd that they were blurring things and removing things, as Wookie was saying again. But yeah.
Well, the question does remain: why didn't we ever go back? And
and
so that is the question, I think, that generates a lot of speculation. And
yeah, exactly.
Well, one of the structures that people point to was actually taken by amateur, astronomers or whatever, and it does look like a man-made structure, and that's part of that 9% that we see from a small part of the year, and so there you go. I feel like I know all the answer to that, right? But the reason why that would be possible is because what people don't talk about is the moon is not equal in thickness. The front end that we see is mostly is a lot thinner than the other side that's on the other side of us. Okay. The reason why is because if you go to the we've had probes and we've had pictures of the dark side of the moon. And do you guys know what is more prevalent on the dark side of the dark side of the moon? Craters.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
said that.
Okay.
Yeah.
In other words, the moon essentially. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. So the moon is essentially the shield for
Yeah,
our
that's what it
planet. And so anything located on the other side. Yeah, anything located on that side of the moon would be subject to asteroid hits.
Yeah.
And and so, yep. And so if they built anything on the moon and attempted to keep it kind of like out of public sight, it would be in that 9% that we see from time to time. And so that would be most likely the place where they would build something like that. And so that is the only theory that I've seen that there's an international consortium of planets that have built a base up there. It's kind of like the whole Antarctic thing.
Yeah.
There's a strange kind of cooperation that's happening with the elites and the cross-governmental cooperation. And so it's once again, if you're going to if you think the Earth is going to bad things are going to happen with the Earth, and you want an ark. The next nearest place would be off the Earth. And so the possibility of them building a place up there for themselves, to protect themselves, does seem to hold some water. Can't put a base underwater, not even the Great Lake. We can go to the moon, no problem. Trust me, bro. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. I'm speculating here. I'm not saying this is definitive, okay? That's what we do here. We speculate. We try to see if anything, we think anything might have validity. So anyway, so what do you think about that theory, gentlemen?
Well, that's very interesting. Oh, I have to say, this like secret bunkers or whatever up in the moon. But I have to go with what Wet Patsy says here and say, but wouldn't you prefer to build one under the water? There's fish and nice things. It's just black out there. There's fuck all there.
Well,
Well,
holy crap.
I got you.
I've heard of I've heard of all kinds of wacky frickin' stories about there being Stargate, about teleportation to these bases on the moon. There's all kinds of far out crazy stuff being said everywhere, and for a long time, not just because of the internet, even before the internet. You go to the library and buy somebody's book, like freaking Chariots of the Gods or some shit, to start reading that stuff, or articles and sci-fi magazines and Strange Worlds and all this other stuff. So it's been out there for a long time, all these theories. The internet has just made it more worldwide reaching.
Yeah.
But Bunny's right when he says that there's more craters.
Right.
Well, moon to protect the Earth.
Speculations about the moon are like the early parts.
You're really choppy, Bunny.
Yeah,
freezing
I was
up.
waiting to say. I didn't catch that at all.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's probably StreamYards.
Hold on.
I guess, yeah.
All right, let me just turn the camera off. See if that's better.
Well, we need you to speak, buddy.
Well,
Anyway, quick defense spending and R&D. Okay, gotcha. It's all right. Public funds. There you go.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that Elon Musk seems to be putting a lot of his own personal funds into the space program. And you think at some point they're going to suddenly you think at some point he's pushing to go to the moon again. You think he's going to run into like a glass ceiling where they're like, no, we're not doing that. You can do the whole Mars thing, but the moon's off limits, kind of like Antarctica, the behind the Antarctic wall.
well, I'll tell you,
go ahead.
The Chinese are really investing in moon exploration. I mean, they've already got 6 of their moon rovers up there poking around all over the place, and they've got some grand ideas for stuff in the future for putting humans up there in research bases and stuff like this. Now, that being said, what the Chinese are talking about putting people on the moon with bases and long-term, they are the first ones that actually had. They put a spacecraft on the moon, had a rover, but they put a spacecraft on the moon that had a like a small little a seed plantation inside with earth, with dirt and fertilizer and all stuff. And as soon as it touched down, it automatically released water into each one of these little squares or tubes, and stuff started growing. The plants, the seeds started germinating. So they started growing stuff. And so that's like a scientific first to have done on the moon.
Yeah.
But the Chinese did it. Now, the Chinese are also, without having a manned mission to moon, they've actually brought back rocks and stones and things like that and other things, including these plants. They brought the plants back too in there with a going home type of vessel. And so I don't know, they're making progress, in my opinion, more progress than we've ever freaking done. And it's like, why the hell did we stop going back to the moon? What prompted us to just say, no, we're not going to do that anymore? I mean, it's not like we were having failures like the Russians, where the Russians were having rocket ships explode and people die, or freaking cosmonauts being lost in outer space and they deny it. We were riding it pretty high, with all the manned missions.
If it's possible to grow plants on the moon, like you're suggesting, then that opens up a lot of possibilities.
Because it was on the lower gravity that the moon has. Yeah, because the moon has a lower, a lighter gravity than us, and so having those plants, grow, like holy shit! That proves to them this. In my opinion, that's part of their plan for human colonization in there with bases and stuff like that, because they wanted to make sure plants would grow in that lighter gravity, and so they do.
Well, it's not just.
And so
it's not just that. There needs to be an atmosphere of sorts for plants to grow.
Yes, breathable air and things like that. Of course.
So,
and back in the 1950s, the United States government had a freaking plan. They had a big old thick booklet for a construction of a military base on the moon. I forgot what the exact name of it was. Star something or another. I don't know if it was Star Gate or Star something. Just the word star was in it. I don't know. But
it was Stargate. It was Stargate.
Okay. Yeah, and that was in the 1950s, and then they just scuttled it. But yeah. So the Chinese are making some advancements. They're chipping away at it little by little. But like I said, they've already got 6 rovers on the moon right now that they've launched up there, plus other. They've got an actual satellite that's in synchronous orbit with the freaking moon. Actually, no, it's in a static orbit in the back of the moon, so that satellite transmissions from the backside of the moon can be sent to the Earth. They've got a satellite already there.
Yeah.
Right.
And so they're doing stuff. So they got plans. Why the hell we stopped in the late 70s, I have no idea. Oh, the shuttle that didn't do shit. You know? That's just my opinion.
Well, yeah, that is one issue. Communication on the backside or the far side of the moon is a problem because when they circumnavigated the moon, they did have a swath of time there where they were out of communication because once you have the moon between you and the Earth, there's no way to communicate. Because it's, I think the moon is made of like a lot of insulated metals that are going to prevent that.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, you would have to set up a satellite to get communication. I have a bridge on the moon for sale. Okay, so WF Patsy is not convinced. Okay, no problem.
I think the moon's actually made
just so you know, there you go. Just so you know, Mike, we here on the Cryptids and Conspiracies do think that evolution and the whole dinosaur thing is bunk. So you're right in line with us on that. We're not convinced of the whole alien thing either. We think that's pretty psyopy. Except for Wookie. I think Wookie's a believer in the alien thing. Maybe Abby. I don't know. But all right. So
they may not be quote unquote
basically
alien. They may actually be Earth, but underground. But you know, hey, that's just my opinion.
Okay. All right. Okay. I got you. So one thing that the moon does have is has resources that definitely are valuable to the Earth, and so I think rare earth minerals. There's a whole ton of them up there, so that might be what the Chinese are after. But anyway, so ultimately tonight we're here to ask the question: Is there something? Go ahead, Wookie.
I'm giving a hand signal because I don't know if you got a delay or not. I just wanted to say to everybody in the chat and everybody who's listening, whether you're watching on Bunny's channel or my channel, please participate in the poll. I have a poll on my channel, and I've got one person so far who participated. Bunny, I'm pretty sure you got a poll, yes, in your chat.
I have 2.
And anybody go to his channel, and if they're on his channel watching, and go ahead and participate in his poll too, so we can get the polling done. Thank you very much.
There you go. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give my opinion that I think that because of the asteroid strikes and the amount of damage the far side of the moon takes, otherwise known as the dark side of the moon, I don't think that it's possible for anything human, at least, to be there. And so you'd have to move over to alien technology, maybe shield technology, because the amount of damage you would take just trying to build something there would prevent, at least with the technology I think we're capable of. Now, the 9% that is visible part of the year, maybe something could be built there, but I think there's a lot of speculation, but there's not a lot of meat on this bone to me. So I'm gonna say I think it's debunked myself. What do you think, Wookie?
Well, I'm going to have to be in the middle because there's so much speculation and, bits of evidence on both sides. But I'd have to say in the middle. Like I said, we don't know exactly what's going on. The moon sounds hollow, but could it? I don't know. My biggest thing is, why the hell did the United States stop going to the moon?
Okay, that's a good point.
There about that. There's
That's a very
something
good
about
point.
that. So, yeah.
What do you think, Crow?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's the reason they stopped going to the moon is probably something to do with resources. So, is there anything on the back end of it? Probably not.
So you're debunked.
Probably not. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I got two debunked. One in the middle. Ever hear that during a certain year was strongly discouraged from further lunar exploration? I know that we just stopped at some point. Right around the time of the 13th Apollo, I think. Apollo 13.
So I think
when
Apollo
that debacle
17
happened, suddenly...
Oh, yeah, Apollo 13, but yeah.
Okay, so there's... Yeah, so there's 4 after Apollo 13? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, there was a 17
All right,
mission.
well, maybe Apollo 13 is the last time we cared. I think attention went elsewhere.
Probably.
Because the people, they were already having problems getting people to pay attention to them when Apollo 13 happened. As a matter of fact, until that moment.
It was becoming too routine.
Yeah.
The first two
everybody's
landings.
like, oh, we've been there before. Why are we still doing that? So.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so let me go ahead and check my polls right quick.
What is the Epstein episode?
Let me see.
That's
All right.
Spicy.
So
I'm gonna end my poll.
all right. So I've got 1 vote on my big screen poll, where WF Patsy evidently is. So and that's for a debunked on that one. Okay. So that would make 3 debunks to 1 possibility. And on the other poll, I've got 3 votes on it. My vertical poll. Let me see.
Beg pardon.
So we got 2 in the middle on that one. So that puts us at 3-3.
Right.
3 in the middles, 3 debunks. And 1 confirmed. So, all right. So we have a tiebreaker situation.
On
here.
my poll, I have 1 vote.
Okay.
Okay.
And that is for confirmed.
Oh, so there's 2 confirmed. 3 in the middle, 3 debunked. Okay.
We got a horse race, ladies and gentlemen.
So how the hell are we going to work this one out?
Well, okay.
Oh, no.
I think we're going to have to go within the middle then. I think we'll have to go within the middle. Because you got people that think it's confirmed, and then you have a bunch of people in the middle. And then you got like 3 debunks. So if you add the confirms to the in the middles, there's a possibility exist. That would be like 5 people that think it's possible.
Yeah.
So, okay. I think in the middle has it tonight. You guys agree?
This is a first, Bunny.
Yep, it's a first.
It's a first.
We've had the in the middles before, but we've had it in the middles before. But we haven't had very many ties.
Yeah, this is like close. Like the
Not
closest
by
I've
this.
seen.
Not certainly not in this means. Not by this means.
No,
Not by this.
no.
Different.
It's okay. Let me hit this
Is it a
right
first?
quick.
Yes, that was a foist. A foist, I tell you.
Well, I'm just glad. I'm glad we got the participation level for that to happen. That's encouraging.
Yeah, I know.
We've definitely had weeks where we had like 1 or 2 votes, and we've also had weeks where it was just us on the panel.
I know.
So yeah, so I'd rather have interest than apathy, definitely.
Cam in
All
the
things
chat says
possible,
all
not all
things are
things are
possible,
probable.
not all things are probable. Yep.
Right.
Okay, let me address this right quick. I'm gonna have to disappoint WEF Patsy a little bit here.
Oh dear.
The Epstein, we try to stay away from current hot button issues. The reason why is that there's a lot of like a torrent of misinformation that's out there. So we try to get things that at least the information settle a bit. And so we try not to like dive into things while they're still steaming. And that is a situation that definitely is still steaming. And so if we get some clarity, if we get things settled down a little bit, and it doesn't become such a political hot button, we may address it later on. I hope that's understandable.
That'll be fun.
That's understandable. Yeah,
That'll be fun.
yeah,
If that happens, yeah.
yeah. That's kind of a personal. Now these gentlemen might have disagreed with me before on things like they wanted to dive into the Charlie Kirk thing, and I kind of think that was a good idea. So I think at least wait until the trial happens. So this is they disagree with me on this thing, but you know I've told them that feel free to do your own show if you want to. Go ahead and set that up. But I think they're too lazy to do their own show, and so that pretty much stuck with me. But anyway,
Absolutely. Yeah, we're totally stuck with you.
All things are possible.
Not hearing any denials
but not
here.
all
So
things are probable, Bunny.
right. So anyway. So what are you guys thinking for the week after next? Do you guys have any things that are kind of burning you up that you're looking to?
Not that I can think of. And what would we be thinking? A cryptid next time? I don't know.
Megalodon.
That's a tough one.
Okay.
Have we done that?
No, we haven't
do
done a
Megalodon?
megalodon. How much? Refresh my memory. What the megalodon is?
Megalodon is a prehistoric great white shark. And there's claims
But
that
actually,
there's still.
it's not
there's
related.
still
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to do that then.
There's claims.
Yeah, we need
there's
to
been
do that. That's
claims of
that's it.
sightings. would be
Well,
safe.
such meat is on that bones. I haven't heard much about it. Okay, we haven't done encrypted in a while, so that might be fun. Okay.
Yeah, Megalodon would be a good one.
All right.
Yeah.
So next. Yeah. Okay. So the week after next, we're going to go for Megalodon. Is the Meg? Does the Meg still exist?
Yep. That'll be a good one.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that'll
that's
be
a
fun.
possibility.
Yeah, that'll be
Okay.
fun.
The
I've
Megalodon could
got
be
the
real.
movies.
Okay. All right.
I've got the
Yeah,
movies
I
upstairs.
got you. I got you. Well,
Cole's got the movies.
well, when Jason Statham
yeah.
like kicks the Meg in the nose, and the Meg kind of like, you know, I kind of lost a little verisimilitude at that point. I mean, Jason Statham's badass, no doubt, but I don't think he's kicking a Megalodon off of him. I'm just saying.
No.
Anyway, so all right. So week after next, we will we'll dive into the Megalodon. See if we think the Meg still exists somewhere.
Dive into the
ocean
Megalodon.
Is indeed a big one. And we do a word monster that we shall not mention here, just in case.
Oh, that one. No, it's got tentacles. It's rather large. Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, we did that
guys.
one.
Cephalopod.
Sif has a poke at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we will. Well, yep. So we'll do Megalodon. The week after next. By then, John's long box. He said that he is going to change. All right. Awesome. But John's long box said he'll be able to rejoin us after this week. So next time we may have the big beard available.
All right.
So
Okay.
that'll be fun. Now Abby, it's been Abby's sighting. Does anybody know what's going on with
he's
Mr.
actually
Abican
he's
today?
he's
Mr.
got a
Abacus.
weekend full of
Any idea?
home improvement stuff. He's been dealing with that for like the last few weeks. So a lot of outside stuff, moving a lot of, brick and rock and just doing all kinds of crap like that. So yeah, that's why he couldn't make it. He told me earlier today he wasn't going to be able to make it because of that. So
Okay.
he's having fun in the sun.
Evidently, he likes to work in the dark. So okay, that's fine.
Well, no, it's still light out.
Okay, fair enough. Parasites effect on human behavior. Good topic. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you guys are over there. That's right. Parasites effect on human behavior. That is indeed a good topic.
Interesting one.
So for another time, we'll put that on the list. But all right. So near-death experiences was Abby's idea, and then he didn't show up for that one either. So
yeah, he was kind of bummed.
it is what it is. Did he even watch it? Did he have any comments on the watching the episode?
Don't know.
Did we think? Nope. Okay. All right. I think Wookie froze. Anyway.
Has anybody had a near Abbey experience?
Yeah, that's one we need to do. Does Abby exist, or is he a figment of our imagination? No, we should do
someone. Yep.
We should do a show on that one sometime.
There we go. Yeah. There we go.
The existence of Abby.
Yes.
Abby someone. There you go. Yeah, so if anybody wonders who that is, this guy.
Abby someone.
Abby someone.
Abby who? Abby normal.
We have a Not Brian sighting in the chat. Not Brian.
Oh,
We're calling Orson. Come in, Orson. Not Brian. Welcome.
No,
Yeah.
Just fashionably late as usual. He does have a style when it comes to that. But anyway, so thank y'all for coming. There you go. Well, thank y'all for coming and putting up with evidently my my slowdown. Maybe I don't know. It was slowing down in here, but maybe it wasn't slowing down out there. So I don't know. There might be a lot of awkward pauses. There you go. Anyway. All right. So thank y'all, gentlemen, for coming, and we will see you week after next when we do the Megalodon. And let's have a little fun with it. We love cryptids and conspiracies, and we haven't done it very often.
Thank you for the people in the chat. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for participating. And thank you for voting in our polls and watching.
Great participation in the polls today. Great participation in the polls today. Thank you very much.
Another hour? No, Brian, no, man. We're cutting out.
I'm tired.
Unfortunately. No, Brian.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. 10 minutes.
Well, we go too much longer, then Curl's going to start speaking in tongues. So
yeah,
if we go too much longer, Curl's going to start speaking in tongues. So we'll cut it off here. Yeah. Anyway, it's all right. Thank you, everybody.
Now,
we'll
Brian,
see
I'll
you next
DM
time.
you. I'll DM you now,
where
Brian.
the truth is in the middle somewhere most of the time. So go ahead.
No, I was just telling, not Brian. I'll DM him. So after we get done here.
Later, everybody.
God.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Okay. So he will DM you. He will DM you. Okay. All right. Bye.